And
Heyo, and welcome to another edition of Late Night Parents. How's everyone doing tonight?
we're doing great. Adam, I see a Late Night Parents Live starting soon thing on our... There we go. There's Adam. There's Adam.
Hey, look at
Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. All right.
that. Hey.
Good. It's Monday, isn't it? I'm so out of whack of days. But it's Monday night, so happy Monday night, everybody. Thanks for joining us. I got my Daddy this is like one of my favorite T-shirts. Daddy, this is #1 Daddy, and it's like totally faded out. So it almost just says Addy at this point. And I love it. You know, it's things I hate about T-shirts. You find Adam's a big T-shirt guy, probably more so than me, and it just stinks when you have a T-shirt that you love, and then the whole thing just kind of wipes away. But,
Yeah, that's the thing about T-shirts. They come and they go, and that's it. Very short lifespan, and that kind of sucks.
I will say tonight, you actually
I'm
look
rocking the
half
polo.
decent, and I look like a schlemp.
Hey, we're reversing things here. This isn't going to be the first. It's not going to be the last. I'm just going to look nicer than you from now on.
Well, that's okay. You're entitled to looking nice every once in a while.
And if you see, we have the windows of New York City behind us again.
Yeah, that's a nice. Charlie mentioned that's a nice backdrop. I didn't think he was talking about my closet doors. Probably your New York City skyline.
Yeah,
right?
my Union Square view.
Union Square.
I'm pretty sure if I turn off the lights, it looks even better. But that requires me getting up, and I don't have the patience for that right now.
Well, that's okay. I see a table light and some buildings. It's a nice view. It's much better than my backdrop.
Well, the light over here is actually a reflectionary light. It's not actually a real light. It's actually the reflection of the light in the room. I don't know really how to combat that other than really getting a green screen and showing you what's out my window anyway. So this is actually the real view. This is Union Square. And actually, see if I open it. Oh, there you go. Now you hear all the street noise and no reflection. Solve the problem.
Yeah, it's totally not loud at all. I mean, it's totally quiet.
Right, yeah. It's totally New York City. All right, and see, I really do broadcast from New York City. Could open and close windows. This is not a lie.
Gina said we need to talk Charlie into coming to Evo. Charlie, come to Evo. Did that swoo you? There you go, Gina. I tried. I'm pretty influential that way, and it appears that Charlie's going to come now that I mentioned it. So.
All right. So right now we're actually doing something very new for us. We're actually broadcasting live on Ustream for the first time, late night parent style. Boy, the hackery is at play here. Josh only thinks he's on Skype and Ustream. I know that we're on Skype, Ustream, and now Mom TV. Yay!
Awesome. We're doing we're actually on Ustream right now, huh?
Or if you're on our Facebook page, facebook.com/late night parents, you can watch it live from the little, Ustream tab over there. So that's pretty cool.
Wow, that's cool. We're like all over the place now, thanks to Mr. Data Rocka.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Very cool. Very cool. Wow, how exciting. Well, listen, I guess we should jump into the show a little bit. Actually, probably now's a good time to talk about our schedule. We started out on Monday nights. We tried the hump day on Wednesday nights. And now what are we doing, Adam?
Well, now we're kind of riding the wave, all right? And this is called straddling. This is when a show does... Yeah, it's called straddling. Straddling. Don't make me repeat myself. So straddling is when you work two nights at the same time, right? So we're not only doing Monday nights, but we're also doing Wednesday nights. And, that's what straddling really is. So we're straddling both Mondays and Wednesdays, trying to figure out where our audience really is, how much time we could devote before our wives say, not so much, Charlie, and figuring that out. So that's hopefully the idea here.
Yeah. Very cool. So that's our schedule. So you will see us this Wednesday in 2 days at our 7 o'clock California time, 10 o'clock Eastern time.
Don't confuse me. I'll show up at 7 o'clock and be like, "Where is everyone?"
Yeah, we'll call it. Let's just say, for Adam's sake, we're here on Hump Day, Wednesday evening. This Wednesday evening at 10 o'clock Eastern time. There
10
you go.
p.m. Wednesday. Here we go.
10 p.m.
Right.
Wednesday. Okay, so that's our little schedule thing we got going on. Probably now we're talking about schedule. Now's probably a good time to mention next week. Although this week we're doing a Monday, Wednesday. Next week we will not be here on Wednesday evening because now that's a week from this Wednesday.
But fear not, we have taken care of you, and someone is going to be here.
We are taking care of you.
That's right. Someone will be here to take care of our friends, our friends. I don't know what the last one will be, but everyone that watches this show, you're invited to come here next Wednesday, as we will not be here, but a friend of the show will be. I secretly know who it is, but they don't.
Charlie said, "Please don't say Melly." Okay, we won't say Melly. There it is.
We did not say Melly. Charlie said it.
Nope. We didn't say Melly. Melly said Melly. I almost said Smelly, but she's not Smelly. She's Melly. So
it's actually Melissa. But
let's just go with that. We'll go with the full one.
Yeah.
So next Wednesday night, Adam and I will be en route on a plane to Park City, Utah.
On a jet plane.
Park City, Utah. We will be at Evo conference, social media blogging conference next Wednesday night. We'll be landing, so we will have some good footage for you guys at the end of next week from our visit there. If you are attending Evo and we haven't met, we'll be looking forward to meeting you. If you're attending Evo and we have met, we'll still be looking forward to meeting you. So, yeah, that's awesome.
It's a safe bet. If we haven't met, we're looking forward to meeting you, and if we haven't, then we're trying to meet you.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're going to meet all the way around. Adam, you'll probably see Adam and I floating around. Not probably, you will. We'll be floating around, not literally, but figuratively, because we're both still a little bit too heavy to be floating. But we'll be walking around, and we'll bring you some coverage from Evo. If you haven't heard of it, it's a really awesome social media conference that was mainly for women, actually. But I think more and more guys are showing up, too. So
we rule. Not really.
That's right.
This conference really is for women. It was originally titled The Evolution of Social Media for Women. And I think they just invited 5 guys last year as a joke, and I think 8 showed up. And I think now they realize that, wow, there's actually guys that are really, really interested in this.
Right.
Although they did not have a dad track this year. I'm sad about that.
No dad track.
No dad track. I was actually really bummed about that because, it would have been nice to have, a dad track.
Okay. Well, we'll make up for it somehow. We'll make up for it somehow.
That kind of brings me to my next point. If you're at Evo, we are having a special bar time. Don't ask me right now because it's unofficial. But say if we're all congregating at the bar one day, we'll be there.
Okay, that works.
Does that make sense?
That makes sense to me.
Officially, there's no unofficial parties.
Right.
But unofficially, there's some parties.
Right. So it's officially unofficial. Come officially see us. Adam, we've had a request for you to shave. I'm not sure if you want to stop and go shave now and come back, or if you're growing out a beard, or how are we going to see you next week?
Who said that?
Who said that? Let's see. Our friend, not a groupie, said you needed to shave.
Well, I do need to shave. That is correct.
Okay.
And what's going on here is called weekend scruff and Monday drizzle. So I didn't really feel like going into work Monday with a clean-shaven look. And so I was going to shave tonight, but I was trying to get all the settings right so we could do Ustream at the same time, and I just didn't shave. Sorry. But for you,
Cool. All
I
right.
will shave for Wednesday. All right, I'll be clean shaven
Awesome.
like a baby for Wednesday.
Okay. Yeah. That's good. I kind of switch it up. I usually don't shave on weekends, so we'll see how that goes. Hey, did you want to? We probably should give a quick announcement about our friends at Telenav.
Hey
Thought
now,
now was an appropriate. What's that?
hey now,
Hey now.
hey now. Tell enough. Here we go.
So, just so you guys know, for full and fair disclosure, Adam and I are doing a little bit of work for Telenav. Telenav is Windows, Mac, all kinds of smart mobile phone operating system that handles GPS navigation. And,
They are the back end to many, many naps. Like much like when you go to
like
Google
AT&T
Maps and it says
Navigation.
like little. Yeah, well, actually, they're not
Right.
just navigation. They're actually the back end of the maps. They've actually done a lot of the mapping in the U.S. So if you go to like systems like Google Maps, at some point you might see a little copyright Telenav on the bottom. So Google kind of aggregates map data from a lot of different places. Telenav was one of those places. Telenav also supplies the GPS systems to companies like Sprint and AT&T and I believe Verizon. And so all of those navigation phone features that are in their apps are actually from Telenav. So
Right.
yeah, they're much more than just a map company. They're much more than just a GPS company. They kind of do geolocation to a T.
Yeah, so they actually have an awesome app, and many of you have heard of them, I see. So Adam and I are actually going to be one of a couple spokespeople
Booyah!
for this company over the next couple months, and we're going to try not to bombard you with Telenav stuff, but we just wanted to have full and fair disclosure that if we do bring them up, that we are working with them for the next couple months. So as we mentioned, we will try and be sensitive to how we talk about Telenav. So anyway, just didn't want to make a big deal about that, but just wanted to mention it. Moving on, I wanted to mention we're speaking of conferences. We'll be at Evo next week, as we mentioned. I just came back yesterday. Wow.
Yeah, that was
I just
only
came-
yesterday.
Yeah, I just came back from Type A Parent Conference
Yay!
in Asheville, North Carolina, which is a beautiful place. I don't know if any of you've been, but that was a lot of fun. Yeah, Kelly Childhood here in the chat room was with me. Tons of fun. It was another social media and blogging conference. It was the first one I've ever first parenting one I've ever been to. It's the second conference all together that I've been to. And it was a very good conference. It was very intimate. There was only a few hundred people there, and they had really well-run sessions that were there. And I got to meet a lot of great people that I am friends with on Twitters, and I saw some other folks that I've had the pleasure of meeting from before. So it was a lot of fun. If anyone has ever considered going to a social media and blogging conference, I would highly recommend Type A Parent next year. They used to be Type A Mom, and now they've added in the dads. So it was me and a couple handful of other dads standing around with our hands up our butts, thinking, "Wow, there's a lot of moms here," and not as many cool dudes. So of course, I counted as one of those not cool dudes. So we need to get more cool dudes out there. So if you're a cool dude, consider Type A Parent next year, or even our upcoming conference at Evo. So I didn't really have my hand up my butt. I might have itched it a couple times, but it wasn't like all the way up, But it was a lot of fun. It was very cool. Stayed up way too late, and in fact, just Saturday night I didn't sleep at all because we had to catch a 4:30 ride over to the airport, and they had parties all night. So I stayed up. So I'm here and I'm half alive. Anyway, so that was Type A Parent. Let's see, our upcoming giveaways. Adam has some news. Yes. Hold on, before we move on, Charlie says Man of the House said that they hung out with me. Man of the House was there. If you guys don't know them, check them out. Man of the House, great site.
Who'd you hang out with from Man of the House? Because that's just not a name.
No, that's right. There was several folks representing Man of the House there, so that was that was fun.
Yeah.
Good group of guys. All right. Sorry,
All right.
I'm like
So
still, like not
giveaways.
asleep. Yeah, let's talk
All
about
right.
giveaways, Adam.
So giveaways. So up on the blog right now, we have a great Mamas and Papas. This is a lightweight stroller for them. This is called the Cruise. This is one of their top of the line lightweight strollers that Mamas and Papas makes. It retails at $299. Once again, following the same suit of giveaway contests that we do always. It's up there. It's going now. This will actually end on not this Wednesday's show, but the following Wednesday's show. It'll end. So someone that I'm not saying who might actually announce it. But
Okay, cool.
it ends next Wednesday right before the live show. It should be pretty awesome. It is an awesome stroller. And once again, if you have someone that you know is expecting, this is a great stroller for like I think up to 33 pounds if I remember correctly.
That
And it
sounds
does
about
work
right.
and it does work for a newborn. So it kind of goes from 5
Yeah.
pounds to 33 pounds. And this is one of the few travel strollers that really do work for a newborn. Once again, the design is beyond reproach. In terms of like the look, the fabric, the feel, it is an awesome stroller. I'm so glad that Mamas and Papas was able to make this happen for the month of June. All right.
Yeah, very awesome. Very awesome.
Yes.
Shout out to them. Oh, somebody had a question in the chat room. Does the Telenav work on the stroller? In fact, the Telenav does work on the stroller. So there you go. Had to answer that quick question. Well, very cool. Very awesome giveaway from our friends with a very awesome stroller. So check that out on our site, www.latenightparents.com. Let's see. I wanted to, recently, since it was just a few days ago that I left for my trip, I thought it would be an appropriate time to talk about how we prepare our kids, our little ones, for when we go away on trips. We've had discussions before about going on travel with our children. I recently went to Israel a few months back, and Adam went to Disney. And so we've had some discussions about traveling with our kids, but we haven't really talked a whole lot about what happens when we leave the house and, how our children respond and what we do to get them prepared. So my kids, Olivia, it just turned 3 a couple months ago, and Jake will be 2 at the end of August. And so with Jake, he's at the age now where he doesn't really notice too much when you're not there. But Olivia definitely does. So just for me, I kind of started about a week out from my trip with her and just let her know that I was going to be away for a few days and that, when I came home that we would play. So I kind of focused on the coming home part, but just kind of got it out there that I'd be leaving in a week or so for a little trip. I didn't make a big deal about it, but I just kind of wanted to plant the seed. And so I did that up until the day of the trip. And when the day of the trip came, I let her know that that I was leaving, and I said, remember when Daddy told you that he was going to go away for a few days? Well, today's the day, and I mentioned the plane, and she loves the plane. She's been on the plane many times, so my kids right now have kind of good feelings about the plane. So when I mention plane, they get kind of excited about it. So I kind of set the mood that way.
They just want you to leave.
They just want me to get out of here. They kind of said, well, since you're leaving, we're going to have some fun, and
Josh?
we're not. Yeah.
You gotta check your Skype window. Oh no, you don't. Okay, keep going.
Am I good? Am I good?
Yeah.
So yeah, Anyway, basically, as I said, I kind of prepared them a little bit about a week or so in advance. The day of the trip, I told them, and then I let them know that we would be talking every day. When Daddy goes away, I will call you tonight, kind of thing. So I kind of broke it down into short little increments and let them know that we would be in touch. So that's kind of yay. That's kind of how I did it for myself. There's a lot of ways that I stay connected with my family when I'm gone. Obviously, the phone is an easy one. And
You don't
I
send
actually,
postcards?
I don't send postcards. I'm actually I got to make a
anymore?
confession. What's that?
Does anyone send postcards anymore? Because that was a big
I don't
thing
think
when I
anybody
was
sends
growing
postcards.
up. when my dad went on business travel, I always got a postcard like 2 or 3 days actually after he came back because he was on like the 2 and 3 day trips and that's it. But he'd send postcards like day one, day two, right from the airport. Like would go there with stamps, buy postcards right from the airport, buy one at the hotel, drop them off as he saw fit. But then like when he'd already be home, the next day I'd get a postcard in the mail being like, "Dear son, I'm in Florida. The Florida bar went great. Ha 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 ha. See you soon." And then like he'd be standing behind me as I'm reading the postcard. So it was kind of cool to actually get a postcard, but it was even better when they went away for like a while. And the longest trip that was when he and I think my mom went overseas. And I got like one postcard before they made it back. And that was like, wow, a postcard and my dad's not over my shoulder reading it. Awesome. Yeah.
That is pretty cool.
I thought it. Yeah, I thought it was
Yeah,
cool.
I don't do postcards anymore. But we do talk on the phone. I have an iPhone, so we do use FaceTime and Skype. So what's cool is you can actually see the kids too. You don't have to just leave it to talking with them. So that's kind of a fun way. But that's kind of my shtick. That's kind of how I do it. Just because kids can be really sensitive at that age in terms of you leaving, and so for me, I would never really think of just going or just waiting to the last minute to tell them. So that's kind of always worked for me. I don't know, Adam. Have you been away much from Mark by yourself?
I've been away. The longest I've been away was for last year for ABC and for Blog World Vegas, and I was away for literally 7 days, and it was like painful those last few days. And plus, it was Vegas. And I loved the company at Blog World, and I think ABC was very draining up front, and then Blog World was awesome. But it was a week away from my child, and by the end of that week, I was feeling it. I was like, I want to go home. I need to see him. I think that's tough being away for a week and being alone, as like where like if me and my wife went away, and we did go away from Mark for about 5 days, and that was a very long period of time of being away, just me and her away from him. But like being a single parent away, that kind of was a very, very long time. I'm sitting by my kids' play toys, so here's the bowl. Sorry, distracted.
What is that?
Hey, that's your dog?
Did you hear that?
Yes.
That's Cody. Everybody say hi to Cody. Cody's barking outside. He's our big golden retriever. So, and he's barking, and the kids are crying. So this is what you get here at 8:30 at my house. So I think somebody's walking by now with some dogs. So you're probably going to hear a little more barking actually. Cool. So. Just had some folks walk by the house. They were pushing a stroller and drinking beer. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah. So, pushing a stroller and drinking and beer. That's good. That's good. Apparently, they were pretty good parents there. I would have asked them if they wanted to be on the show, but they were busy drinking. So,
nothing wrong with drinking,
anyway,
parents.
Yeah. Well, you got to have a drink, right? Everyone's got a drink every now and then.
Hey, that's what we like to hear.
That's what we like to hear. I don't know. Have anybody? I saw in the chat room some people talking about travel. Does anybody have any tips that they wanted to share in terms of what you do when you go away, or do your kids act any different when you leave, or do they try and prevent you from leaving, or do they kick you out, or how does that work? Our kids are pretty little, so I don't know. Maybe it's different when they're 4 and 5 and 6 years old. We have did the stroller Peter. Did the stroller had Telenav? Yes, it did. And Adam, while we're waiting for responses about the travel, apparently your unshaven face is growing on Not a Groupie. That's cool. That's cool.
Hey now, how you doing?
Hey now. So the chat room's moving pretty fast. What do you see here? You see anything out here, Adam? My screen is going pretty berserk. All right. Let's see. Don't talk. I can't say some of the things that are in this chat room. You realize that this is not a G-rated chat room. I'll have to say that.
No,
Never
no.
said you're
The
going
chat
to.
the chat room is not G-rated.
No, the chat room is not true. Okay, that's fine. We're PG-13 here, or at best. Um, okay, so there. Oh, you know what? If we have time, there was actually an app that I downloaded that's kind of a cool travel app. You want to? Did you want to see it?
Is it the Telenav app? Because that's a cool travel app.
That is a cool travel app, and we'll definitely cover that. But it's not the Telenav app.
No, it's not. It's not. No. Okay, what's the cool app that you got?
All right, so it's a beautiful app. Now, people, just wait for this. This is a beautiful app. Okay, so it comes with the iPad and the iPhone. Oh wait, you know what? This is I like sharing pictures. This is a picture of Olivia kissing Jake when we brought him home. Isn't that cute? There we go. Okay. All right. Sorry. I'm one of those that I like sharing pictures of my kids because that's what I do. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate the compliment about the photo. Okay, so Flightboard, right? Here's an app called Flightboard. It's all one word: FLIGHTBOARD. Flightboard. So check this out, people. This is very, very cool. Whoopsh. Check that out. And check that out. You can scroll, and it's just like those. It's just like what you see in the airport. So it's got. Let me do this right. So it's got the flight time. It's got the gate, right? It's got the departure. It's got the airline. And so what you can do, what's cool about it, is you can actually change the airport. So you just click on the little button there. It pops up a little window. You can type in whatever airport you want, and it takes you to. Let's do Asheville since I just left there, and now it's updating. And you can do departures and arrivals. So I will say that, and then you can do it kind of landscape or portrait mode. I will say the app kind of messed up a couple times. There was a couple times when it told me that the flight was at one gate and it wasn't. And then I thought it was really cool when we left Asheville and we were traveling with some other people that went to the conference. And I was like, hey, I got an app for you to check out, right? I will tell you where your gate is, and before you even get off this plane. And then I told them, and then they tweeted out later that I got them lost. So, yeah. So
way to go.
I didn't feel really. I felt cool up until their tweet. But it's a very cool app when it works, and I'm sure they'll be updating it soon. So it's called Flightboard. I think it's like $3 or $4. It's not the cheapest app, but it's pretty cool actually. I had Wi-Fi on one of my flights going over to North Carolina, and I was able to check the gate information while I was still flying. So a lot of times when you're traveling and you have really tight connections, he said tight. You want to know what gate you're going.
Hang.
I did.
You know what I do when I have layovers? I drink beers.
When you have a layover.
Yeah. If I have a layover and I'm not traveling with wife and kids like you were, sans kids, I'm having beer while I'm waiting for the flight. It's got to happen.
Yeah.
Do you guys drink when you fly? Do you drink when you fly? Because I definitely enjoy a beer or two before a flight or after a flight, in the in-between of the flight. But, I definitely feel like between the pat-downs, between the annoying neighbors and the people that are smelly on a plane, and then, of course, you have someone that got on a plane that's ridiculously sick. Like, you see it in their skin, like they're gray, they're sweaty, they're coughing and sneezing, and they're sitting like 3 rows in front of you. So at the end of the flight, you're already sick. So I have a few beers.
Right.
Kill me.
Okay. I like drinking when I travel, but to be honest, most of my connectors are relatively short, so I never really get any time to stop and have a drink. And the last few times I've been traveling with the kids, so not really into the whole drinking with the kids thing. So,
do you drink wine around your kids?
Do I what?
Do you drink wine in front of the kids?
Oh, totally.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. In fact, I had some tonight, and I did the whole swirly thing, and I pass it to them. They each get to sniff my wine because they see me do that, so they like to partake in the sniffage. So we do a little sniffy sniff, and they partake.
Okay.
So yeah. So that's the Telenav app. On this show we try and Adam and I are both kind of little tech geeks, kind of, and we both have iPhones and iPads. I realize that some of you are into the Droid devices, and I will just say that I'm very
Good for
sorry to
you.
hear that.
Good for
And
you.
good for you. Congratulations. It's a great operating system. I mean, I'm sure somebody out there wants one, and, you know, they're great. I mean, they're really fun. So, go get them.
Okay.
What else? So,
You
what
ready?
was that?
That's our big winner. All right. We ran about almost a month long, 3-week long contest to give away 4 Schwinn bikes. Schwinn, baby, bikes. 4 of them. And I want to say congratulations to Elizabeth P. Baby Pyro, congratulations. You got the
Baby Pyro.
luckyrandom.org number pick. Congratulations. Super lucky you. We'll be in touch about your bikes.
Very cool. Congratulations. 4 Schwinn bikes. Schwinn! That's a Schwinn win. That's a Schwinn win right there. And hey, Schwinn, you can coin that too, by the way. I don't think you're using that one. Schwinn win is a cool phrase. That's right.
All right. That's awesome.
Very cool. That's an awesome giveaway, my friend. I want to
It is.
thank
It was,
Schwinn
yes.
and Adam really for coordinating such an awesome giveaway. That's huge. We had almost 700 responses to the Schwinn giveaway. So very cool. That's awesome. That's Elizabeth P. Right?
Yep.
Very cool. Congratulations again. We try and give away some cool stuff on the site. Adam mentioned earlier we're giving away Mama's and Papa's stroller. Check that out too.
And
So
I can't wait for July because we got amazing stuff lined up for you. You guys have no clue. Can I tell them a little bit about it?
why don't we give them a little sneak preview because we want them to come back in July too.
All right, we want you to come back in July, and this is why. Every week in July, we're giving away a stroller. That's all I'm saying, all right? That's all I'm saying. Every week in July, we're giving away a stroller.
That's awesome.
That's it.
That's huge.
We're flying the flag. Yay, America! Independence Day, my birthday. That's how we're doing it. You know, it's interesting because on July 14th, it's technically Late Night Parents' 6-month birthday.
On the 14th?
On the 14th. This whole little conception happened in January 14th.
Has it really been? It's really going to be 6 months.
Yeah.
6 months. Wow, I can't believe we've been doing this for 6 months. That's ridiculous. That's crazy. That's pretty big, dude. We've been doing this for 6 months.
This conversation has been going on for 6 months. Not so much the
We've been
show.
talking
The
for a long
show
time.
has been, I think a little bit less than 6 months. But in July 14th, big party, fiasco. People in the streets of New York will be partying because 6 months for Late Night Parents.
That's awesome, dude. Hey, go party in New York. Let's party it up in New York. I wish I could fly out for something like that. We'll have to our 1 year anniversary. We'll do something big. But maybe you and I will shack up on our 1 year anniversary.
No. Let's just stop that there. All right? No, we're not having. No.
No?
No.
I was just thinking we could be together on our first anniversary.
No.
No?
Well, if we're going to be together, then we have to go with the families, like to a destination, like an isle.
Oh, a destination. We'll call it.
Yeah. I think that's
They have
how
a
we have
show-
to roll.
They have a show called Mancations. Have you seen that?
I don't get the whole thing of putting like a man in front of the word. Like mentality. It's funny. I made a man joke.
Mancation.
How about man cave? I took the word man,
Man cave.
and I put it in front of cave, and I called it man cave. Because that's
That's
what you
pretty
guys
clever.
get. You guys get a cave. No, you know what? Look, just because we eat meat like doesn't mean we're all cavemen. There's some pretty
Right.
technical stuff going on over here.
Big deal.
Right, so I'm at least got thumbs, right? I can at least use the thumbs, and like I'm not the Geico caveman being like,
Right.
yeah, okay,
That's totally not. Yeah.
okay. So
Yeah.
moving on.
Yeah.
All right.
let's move on. Let's move on and up and down
Hey,
and up.
Cindy, did you ever get your hot meat from Josh? Did you get the Slim Jims? Did that ever get to you?
Yeah, did you get the Slim Jim, Cindy? No.
Ooh, really?
This is
Okay.
not good. Cindy wants hot meat. Cindy, I will follow up and see where your hot meat is and make sure that we deliver you your hot meat right
That
into
that
your
was that was sent in,
mailbox.
so I have to follow up on that.
Yeah,
I was expecting to
we're
be
gonna
like,
follow up on
hey,
that.
yeah. Wait,
Yeah, you should have hot.
you know
should have
what?
hot meat
Actually,
in your box
actually,
by now.
let's put it on pause. Tonight's only Monday, so maybe another day. So if you don't have it by Wednesday, if you don't have it by Wednesday's show, then we'll make phone calls. But I want to give them at least another day to get there because it was right before the weekend, so you never know when the
Right.
shipping department releases something. Okay, we
Yeah.
got it. I want
Yeah,
to
we
take a
gotta-
deep breath. But you are
You gotta
getting your
ship
hot meat. You're getting
Yeah.
your
We're
snap
gonna
into a Slim
make sure-
Jim.
We're gonna put it right in there. We're gonna make sure it gets shipped and right in there. Okay, you're gonna get that.
On other
It's gonna
notes,
come right to your front door.
on other
We're gonna
notes,
put that meat right.
on other
Yes.
notes, we're done.
Yes.
Yes. So as July 4th rolls around, we once again want to be thinking of our friends at Omaha Steak because they did an amazing giveaway that Kevin won last week. And Kevin, your meat's on its
Yes.
way. That was sent in. That's done. Thank you so much.
Kevin gets
You will be
not hot
grilling.
meat, just regular meat.
Yeah, you
He will
get
be grilling.
you will be drunk with meat, my friend. That box
Drunk with meat.
that box is going to be awesome. That's some meat that you're
Yes.
going to get there.
Yes,
Meat,
you're gonna get
lots of
some
it.
nice meat. So we, on this show, hey, everybody gets meat. Guys, girls, we hand it out. So we're gonna stuff you full with meat on our show.
Hey, and
And,
you know what?
There you go.
Maybe sometime we'll talk
Summertime.
about pounding that veal. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
A veal is a
There you
touchy
go.
subject for many people. I understand
Well-
that. But I come
Yeah.
from a Jewish home with a lot of Italian food being cooked, and veal was definitely on the menu. But you could do the same thing with chicken, and chicken, if it's good chicken, kind of tastes like bad veal.
Yeah.
You've heard that math before, right? Good chicken tastes like bad veal.
Good chicken tastes like bad veal. Yeah, I guess I can see that. There you go. I like it. I like meat. I like veal, by the way. Veal is pretty good. If it's cooked right, right?
Yeah,
No?
well, I think meat can be cooked. All right. So how are you cooking your meat these days? Are you barbecuing it? Are you frying it? Are you doing some baked in the oven? Or because of summer, is it all barbecue now?
Well, with me, meat is really important for me, and to me, it's what you do with your meat before you get it hot. And I like to rub my meat. I like to take a lot of really good spices and herbs, and I like to just get in there and just rub my meat really hard. And sometimes I'll pound my meat, and
I think you lost yourself on that one. Yes?
what?
I think
Oh yeah.
you lost
So
yourself
anyway,
on that one.
I like to rub it down and then pound it, and then once I'm done pounding my meat and it's everything's the juices are in there and
Get
it's
in there,
all,
you pound it good. That's how you
I'll
do
just
it?
pound it good, and then sometimes I like to stuff my meat. So there's all kinds of things that you can do to stuff your meat, all kinds of vegetables and little fruity things that you can do to stuff your meat. So
Have you
that's
seen
probably
that
order.
thing, that the flavor injector? It's sold on TV at like 3 in the morning. I see a lot of those
I'm
commercials.
just not into injecting my meat. I mean, it just sounds really. It
That
sounds
bad. Wait.
sounds
wait,
bad. It sounds
You're going to
bad.
stop
Yeah.
that. So for the last 10
Yeah.
minutes, you've been talking about pounding your meat, pressing your meat, squeezing your meat, feeling your
Yeah.
meat. And now when I sit
Yeah.
there and say, literally, the $3 injector, right, that injects cloves and fresh tomatoes right into the middle of a pot roast,
Yeah.
you're going to say that's disgusting? All right, my friend.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just the whole injection thing is kind of weird. But after I'm
You know
after I'm
what?
done
I
with
gotta tell you, this is why I
What?
buy premium meat, because I don't need to hide it in all this flavoring and herbs and butter and sauces.
I
You
don't
know
hide
what?
my meat.
The
I don't hide my
the simplest
I-
meat is just a little
I put
salt
it
and
out.
pepper. Little salt, little pepper, throw it on the grill, little olive oil to get it nice and crispy and lock in the juices. And that's how you
Yeah.
should. That's how I do it. I do a little salt, little olive oil. You brush the sides. You throw it on the meat, on the hot
You
hot
brush the
heat
side of your meat.
with olive oil. Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, I like that. Now, so what do you do? How do you do to get your meat nice and hot? Do you grill it? Do you broil it? What do you do?
Well, first I actually pan sear it because that's like where you lock in
Fancy
the
your meat.
flavors.
Okay.
All right, so first
Lock in that meat.
So you're gonna do a nice coating of olive oil, a little salt, a little
Right.
pepper. You're going to then put it into a frying pan and just seal it. Just a minute on each side so it gets nice and golden, and then you're going to take it over to the barbecue. All right, and then you're going
Right.
to barbecue it. And what you're going to want to do at some point in barbecuing it, you're going to let it sit there for about 5 minutes on one side. You're going to do a 90-degree twist. And you know what that 90-degree twist is going to do? It's going to give you that nice checkerboard pattern on burgers, on steaks. That's like a good
Oh.
look, you know.
Yeah. I like that. I like the grill.
I'm a food enthusiast. You don't get to
I
be,
like that.
you don't get to have
I like
a stomach like this for not liking food. That's how it goes.
Yeah, I think so. Well, it sounds like we both know how to handle our meat. We've been handling meats for a long time now, and it's an art. I mean, it's an art to really make sure that you're at the end that your meat is cooked well. And one important thing I think people overlook is I like when I'm done with my meat, I like to have it rest and just let the juices all flow down before I really just bite into my meat. And that way, at the end, everybody at the table thinks that my meat is very juicy and succulent, and my meat melts in your mouth. And I think it's the way to go. So I think if you do it that way, you'll have a lot of flavor, and you'll have juices in your mouth from my meat, and it'll be good. So I think you should take Adam's advice, my advice.
You know that imaginary line that we all talk about. We blew past that about 10 miles ago, or at least 10 minutes ago, whichever you prefer. But we're way past funny. We've killed this joke.
Did we killed it?
Yeah, we killed it.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
That's how that goes.
Yeah, we tried. Okay. Well, let's move on.
All right.
So
we do have a recall to talk about tonight, really quick.
Let's talk about a recall real quick. We've talked enough meat.
We just recently there was a recall for Britax, and Britax is Be Nimble strollers.
Be Nimble.
Okay, it's a Be Nimble, so this is their lightweight folding stroller. And this isn't a major recall like, oh no, people lost fingers and babies and huge tragedies. There's just a little issue with the brake, and the brake might fail. And so there's a recall. It's up on the CPSC, and it's just for a few units made after August 1st, 2010. So almost a year ago. It affects about 20,000 strollers in the U.S. They sold a good bit about this, so please tell your friends. Anyone that bought a Be Nimble from August until now, there's a recall going on with Britax, and have them check it out because it might be the brakes don't work.
All right.
Our friends at Britax make it good. No one's gotten hurt yet, and they're doing a voluntary recall on fixing that up.
Well, that's good. They're smart. They're smart that way. And every company's got recalls. There really isn't too many companies out there that don't have a recall at one point or another.
There's no amount of testing that you could do in your office that's going to be a field test out in reality. Because you got to understand that we have a common denominator in the U.S., and yes, testing standards deal with that, but you have everyone from doctors to all the way to the people that aren't doctors. And, somewhere in between is most people. And so you just have to understand that when you're building and field testing something, you get 100, 200, or 500 people in focus groups around the country, and you say, am I done with testing? Is it 1,000 people that's done with testing? But when you're selling 20,000 units, you can't test 20,000 units in a field. It's just unrealistic. So, you know what?
Right.
They make a quality product, and they're a brand that's at least reputable enough to sit there and say, we made a mistake, and we're taking action for it before someone gets seriously hurt. And kudos to them.
Right. Wow. All right. Well, recalls. It's a good thing that we're showing now. We like to show a little bit of important things here on the show every now and then. So, it's almost midnight on the East Coasters. We have had a full show, and we're going to come back on Wednesday night. I don't know, Adam, is there anything you wanted to add before we say sayonara?
Yeah, you guys follow us on Facebook. So fan us, like us, whatever that word is these days. Facebook.com/Late Night Parents. Please tell your friends. And next up, you tweeted us at Late Night Parent. We dropped the last S off for savings, or in this case, character limitations. And check it out. We're coming back. You're going to see some major adjustments to the site this week. We got an amazing write-up from Melissa, Melly as you all like to call her. She's got an amazing single mom bit coming up. Like, legit article, not the funny stuff, but it's got some funny notes in it. But it's serious. We got some great product reviews, and we also have a very special coming up on the blog website this week, a very special Tommy Tippy giveaway. And we have some Tommy Tippy reviews, so that's going to be on the website this week. And you might see a brand new website. So remember, tell your friends, tell your family, tell your neighbor, tell the person that you really don't like down the street, because if you tell them about Late Night Parents, maybe they'll like you a little bit more and actually become your friend.
Oh, one more thing before we go. I wanted to get this out there. This week, faux show on the site, we're giving away these little teammates. We talked about them before, but they're going up on the show. I got me a Baltimore Ravens little teammate here, and Baltimore Orioles. Yes, they suck, but they're my team because I'm from Baltimore, so screw you. There you go. Little teammates.
Why don't you at least go for the local denominator of, like, the San Fran Giants or something out of California? Like, how about
because I spent most of my life in Baltimore.
How about the broke Dodgers? The I-file bankruptcy Dodgers.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, they suck.
You know where they should move the Dodgers? Back to Brooklyn. That's right.
Yeah, they should, actually. I agree with that. But you know what? You guys can get, if you win, you guys can get your own little teammates. They make all kinds of teams. They have hockey. Pretty sure they have hockey, football, baseball, all kinds of teams. So these are really cute. The kids will love these little guys. We're giving away on our site. So stay tuned this week, latenightparents.com. Josh himself, and that would be me in this case, because it usually is going to put up the post this week. It's going up. One of you will win.
Let's just put up last week's. Let's put up last week's video post first. What do you say to that?
We're gonna get up last week's post first. So first, we're gonna start with last week's post.
Right. Yeah.
Because we're a little behind.
Yeah.
He said behind, and then we're gonna get up these guys.
That's
okay.
Right.
So we're gonna get it up.
That's correct.
Right there.
And you'll see a new website. You'll see a couple of giveaways on the website this week. And stay tuned for July, because we are going to have, like, Star Spangled Bangers and fireworks, and that's right. We're going to do it.
We're going to do it.
All right, baby.
All right, guys.
Is this the last show for June?
This is
the last show for June.
No. We have a show on Wednesday.
We have a show Wednesday. That's right. Well, how could we forget? We have a show Wednesday.
We have a show on Wednesday. Yep.
And that's at 10 p.m.
That's at 10 p.m. 10 p.m. Eastern. 10 p.m. Eastern.
So we want
Wednesday.
You to tune in 10 p.m. Eastern.
Tune in on the hump. There you go. Tune in on the hump. This Wednesday we will be back. Wednesday is bad for me. You know, really? Wednesday is bad for you? Do you think we're just going to stop Kelly because Wednesday is bad? Well,
we actually might. We might stop.
Cindy.
Look,
Cindy,
if Wednesday doesn't work for Kelly, that's the end of it, Josh. I told you. If it didn't work for Kelly, it doesn't work for anyone.
Kelly. The sound is awful.
Oh, yeah. Yep, that's it. You hit 53 minutes, Josh. Time to go.
Okay. All right.
All right, folks. Good night from me and Josh. Have a good night.
Bye, guys.
See you Wednesday.
One win. Adios.